Hi, everybody. Welcome back to No Strategy Guide. We are playing Sonic the Hedgehog, and we're doing a versus. We played Mario last week, and
today
I totally won.
Well, sorry, totally last week.
Yeah, last week.
We only exist in your memory.
Yeah. Listen, man. Customers
we
always
don't,
right.
We don't do anything without your knowledge.
Customers always right, even when we have like 4 customers.
We have 124.
I was going to say, we have 124 right now. We're very grateful. We love you guys. Everyone who's shown us support, we're absolutely bazonkers in love with you, and we are super grateful.
And everyone else, fuck you until you subscribe. Then we love you to death, and we'll blow you.
Well, maybe not that last one.
Especially Corey.
I love making promises of Corey. Editor, cut that out.
Are we doing this now? Are we gonna create this character? Yeah. The editor's totally a third person.
Well, you did kind of just ruin it.
No. We can keep it going. It's all
we'll
good.
Cut that out.
It'll be a good joke for everyone else who's been loyal to us this entire time, and everyone else will just think afterwards. We'll just think we have a third person who edits for us.
Everybody back in the day is like, I don't know if I can trust them about this third person editor, and all the new people are like, what? Are they problematic? Did they lie to you? Okay, so jump is A, but to spin is down in X, not A.
Fair enough. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That little twisty bit.
Yeah, if you can't tell from the letter boxing on the sides, we are doing this via Steam. So we're actually, sorry, Sega. I mean, not that you're ever going to see this, but sorry, Sega, we are using an Xbox controller to play Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I just lost my checkpoint.
What? Oh, no, it's a boss.
It's a Mr. Botnik.
It's Jim Carrey.
He looks amazing in that role. That's the only reason I want to see that.
He looks amazing.
So
I don't think he would. That's what I'm really skeptic about.
Personality-wise, he seems amazing, too. Shit!
Yeah, I don't really think he's the best for Robotnik, honestly. But we'll see. Honestly, the thing that I'm most skeptic about is, like, we were talking about, like, the Disney Lion King, and you were, like, saying like, how ugly that looks.
Oh, yeah. Well, the worst thing is Sonic.
Sonic looks
awful. To the point where the crowd reaction has been so violent that they're redesigning the whole character. Like, the studio is basically remaking the movie because of how much people hate the look of Sonic. Like, he is a true representation of the uncanny
Here's
zone.
the thing, and we've pointed out on many of our own Sonic playthroughs. 3D Sonic has a lot of weird things going on for him.
Yeah, but he still looks like Sonic, at least.
True.
And he doesn't look like
but
a monster.
Yeah, but like for a movie, like you don't want his eye. You don't want to see like his eyes like literally leaving his head.
I mean,
like the pupils leaving the eyeball.
Well, it's the same thing with the lions. It's like just because it's photorealistic doesn't mean it needs to be realistic.
That's fine, but like it needs to suspend your disbelief.
Yes, it needs to have enough of a fantasy.
And I'm sorry, that doesn't do it. I mean, like when I saw that in the game, it's like, ooh, that's.
I don't know. It looked fine to me.
I mean, you use it more in a game, but like if you had to watch a movie,
because everything was
you're just
fairly
observing,
cartoony. In real life, they are going to have to finesse it a lot more. But like the way they did it with like his human legs and his like.
I'm sorry. What's the purpose of Tails in one player?
I don't know.
He's just there.
He's
to remind you that
friend.
just to remind you that you could have friends, but you don't.
Well, I think he's there to remind you grimly that you are mortal, and he is not.
Well, I could fucking beat Robotnik all by myself, but you know it's your show.
I can't die.
You're the main character.
Not my fault. You suck at your job. But anyway,
Sonic says,
"Suck a dick." Anyway, as we explained last week, the goal here is, and last week it changed entirely, so I'm going to explain again.
Did it?
Yeah. Well, for last week we found that the verses was
I'm sorry. I clearly have been drinking too much. I was literally thinking the last time we recorded.
No.
Forgetting that, we recorded it today.
We also didn't record last week.
Yeah. Whatever.
So apparently
Let me
you've been
drink.
I was going to say, apparently you've been drinking a lot.
I haven't eaten much.
Either that or your brain doesn't work.
Well,
let's take a poll down in the comments. Which do you think it is?
You dick. No, to be fair, that's a fair. That's a fair translation of what just happened.
But yeah, listen, they're gonna have to finesse it a lot more. Oh no, what I was saying first, and I'll play some more with the Sonic movies the Sonic movie in a second. But what I was saying is, this one is gonna follow the original plan, where we each play for 30 minutes, and we're gonna see how far we can get. This one is not limited to lives, so if we die, we do go back to the beginning. But wherever you end up, the farthest you get is your score, essentially. And we'll see who wins after 30 minutes each. So this will be a 30-minute episode of me playing, and then tomorrow we'll release a 30-minute episode of Ed playing.
Yay! Well, given that the last Sonic game I actually played was Sonic Forces, I'm beginning to see, I think it's like the first or second level where you play as your custom character.
Oh my god.
Our
custom character was a nightmare.
Oh, I'm sure everyone's was.
So good. With the fucking soulless eyes.
Yeah. But,
oh shit! This is my worst part easily.
Yeah, I
this is where
it's a good I'm now seeing it as like an actual good homage to the level design of this particular level.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing is they did an all right job with some of the homages. The problem is that this doesn't really translate that well to, damn it,
to 3D.
This is why I'm bad at this. Yes. Is that 2D and 3D, you can switch between them fairly fluidly, but they are very different animals.
Yeah.
And I think they tried to play it a little too hard.
Well, Ego Raptor, aka Aaron Hansen, spells that out very good when he does his sequelitis videos for Ocarina of Time.
Damn it!
Because when you go from doing a top-down perspective to just a 3D third-person kind of thing, it really changes how all the quintessential Zelda puzzles work. You literally have taken away visibility from the player when you do that kind of thing.
There we go. Slow.
And with something like this, you have a better.
No, Chewbacca. Shit.
What about Chewbacca?
But yeah,
something like this, you have a little bit more.
Shit.
You only have to pay attention to what's in front of you. You don't have to pay attention to what's in front of you and to the side of you and blah blah blah. But with 3D, you only see what's in front of you, but you have to pay attention to what's all around you.
Shit. Fucker.
So, for Sonic, where the entire purpose is that he's fast and can go forward fast, having to pay attention to a 3D environment is either going to be one, you're not really using it to a 3D environment to its fullest, or Sonic is way out of his element. So, that's...
I'm glad I got through that, because that level would have been a really great place for you to make up distance, because I suck at Chemical Zone.
I'm sure I suck at this game, because I remember the last time I tried to play these games, I hated the controls. I'm sorry, everything that people have complained about the 3D Sonics, I'll agree, they're worse. But, when you go back to some of the issues that they complain about are born from original Sonic. They complain about floaty controls. And I'm sorry, original Sonic has floaty controls. that was a design choice because they wanted like the whole. It's not. He stops kind of weirdly because he's going so fast, so that they wanted to simulate his speed that way.
Well, I think
so. Like the floaty controls was a design choice in original Sonic,
but at the same time, in original Sonic, it's built for floaty controls. Whereas in the 3D, they don't do nearly as well as
some points are.
For that.
There are some points where I'm just like it's clearly the floating controls are meant to be an obstacle. And
that's fine, but again, most of the game is designed for the floaty controls. So by the time you get to something where...
Yeah, it's at least designed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, I can see the point that the 3D is worse. But,
Personally, I like the 3D games. It's just like... It seems like a lot of the times they were just trying way too hard. Like they were putting in a ton of effort without really thinking about what that effort should be.
Well, like the thing about like Sonic Adventure, especially 2, a lot of people played that game and remember liking it. Myself included. Like when I first played, I'm like, yeah, I'm enjoying this game.
I fucking loved it on Dreamcast. On PC, it was a lot more difficult.
Yeah, well, I first played it on GameCube, and I still had fun playing it. But like when I, it's something like when you try to go back to, it's like, wow, this is bad. Like, because like once you realize like what you have to do to be like thoroughly good at like the mech levels, like you're listening to a really obnoxious noise of like your targeting laser, the entire level, and the levels get longer as you play through the game. So like it only gets worse. So like you better get used to that fucking laser because
you're gonna be here a while.
Because honestly, the only way you're going to get through the level is by listening to that constantly.
That was a weird graphical glitch. I guess maybe that one was for Tails.
Tails just died. Did you not see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
He's dead. You killed him.
He's coming back.
No, he's drowned.
Little freak's immortal.
I don't see him yet.
Shit. Nope, can't get to it. It's a waste of time. What?
But yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, for some reason, it was good at the time, but for some inexplicable reason, it doesn't age well.
Well, I mean, it's like pretty explicable because
you understand that it doesn't age well, but like it's pretty hard to put your finger on why you liked it before but not now.
No, I think I can put my finger on it pretty well. It's because a lot of the games back then were just like that.
Okay, like that's fair.
It's something that you were used to at the time, and you're no longer used to. So now
I think you came
freaking
to that,
annoying.
To be fair, I think you came to that conclusion because
give me bubble. I lost it.
I feel like you came to that conclusion though, because like you've spent some time actually thinking about it. But I'm like your first reaction to when you go back to it.
First reaction, absolutely, is just
like,
anger.
What? Why? Why do I hate it now? Why did I like this before? Like you clearly understand why you hate it later.
Yeah.
Because it's like the camera angles are obnoxious and unnecessary. Like a lot of like the Sonic and Shadow levels, you just hold forward.
Yep.
And you're good.
That was the most annoying part, is that they'd be like, of course, Sonic's
the correct answer is to treat it like a non-game.
Exactly. The gimmick being Sonic is fast and everything, and that makes perfect sense. Want to know something fun?
You're about to die?
Nope. Even when you're invincible, you can still drown. Which I think is very rude.
I like it, though. I think it's fair. Like,
it's fairly reasonable.
I always found invincibility, like, even in Mario.
Yeah. That's
like,
why
invincibility is kind of like OP.
Like I said, I kind of like it, but I like the thing I like most about it is that it is very temporary. It's very short term.
Yeah.
And you only get it like at max one every like 3 or 4 levels.
Yeah.
The fact that it's scarce is a big strength it has.
Well, honestly, like in Mario, like later, like at first it just becomes like, oh, here's a nice thing to help you get through this, to help you get through this part fast. And then later it becomes like, here's the thing that if you know how to use it, you can get yourself a 1-up.
Nope. There's Bubba. There's Bubba right there.
I don't think you can get 1-ups in original Mario, but in later Mario games you could.
Damn it.
But yeah, in original Mario, it's literally to just help you zoom through stuff and just have, and they kind of design the levels for you to just run through enemies.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I was saying about, like, one of the things I dislike about, like, Sonic Adventure 2 and stuff is that I like the gimmick that Sonic is fast. And I like that they have levels that showcases speed. What I don't like is that the way they do that is they remove all control you have.
Yeah, they literally the best way to do it is to just hold forward.
Yeah. Like, you stop playing the game and that's how you win. And that should never be it. Mm-hmm. If I were going for high speed, if I were to find that to be the case when designing the game, I would immediately think we have to think of something else.
Yeah. Well, that's why for the brief moment when I was trying to like 100% the game, I actually was kind of enjoying it for a while. Because like those extra missions that you do were actually like presented a challenge. Because like it actually caused you to like have to look around to your environment to find the thing that you
Which is difficult at high speed. And that's something I could say is pretty decent level design.
Especially as an extra challenge, not
I was going to say, the problem is that they make
challenge,
it
that's
part
a bad idea. But
I was going to say, the problem is that they make it part of the storyline, and that's not necessarily good.
Well, when they do, they do it a little bit in the main story, but like
it's not necessarily terrible, but it's not good.
Right.
There have certainly been bigger game sins, but there have also been bigger game miracles.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the part that bothers me
pianist.
The most with Sonic Adventure is...
Damn it. Oh, fuck. Fucking damn it. Fucking damn it. What's my time?
What's your time? It's not 30 minutes. It's like 16.
I want to know what I have left.
You got like half your time left, bro.
Shit. That's beyond continue, too, so I'm back at the beginning.
Ain't you a fuck?
You just made up a lot of distance. Like, essentially, if you don't double game over, you're going to win. You fucking monkey. I am coconut.
Well, you're lucky, because, like, I can, like aesthetically, like, this level is familiar to me, but, like, I don't know Sonic nearly as well as I know Mario.
I don't know Sonic for shit. It's been like 20 years.
Well, like it's been like 15 years for me for Mario. Like OG Mario.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, that's not fatal. That's good. Doing good.
That's one thing I remember about like the early like Sonic levels is like you can't really go down too far.
Yeah.
Because like there's just they have so much going on in the level. Yeah, they have shit like that. Like, there's like multiple tiers of of paths you can take in a lot of these levels.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things I think is kind of cool about Sonic.
I was gonna say I think that's probably one of its biggest strengths is that you
but
can
honestly, like in terms of the challenge rating, like
I mean, I can see how it's slightly less challenging, but at the same time, if you're playing with your best friend, you and them can play the same level and have completely different experiences.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, it's not a problem for Mario because you just play one level each, so you have different experiences for different levels, but...
Well, we did because we had different levels of talent.
Sorry. Fucking slut.
Those words came out, and then I realized that was rude. And I would have preferred to not have said them.
Sure.
I really am sorry.
I
am. Corey, my bud.
So rude.
Bro.
First you say we can't do the sex tape. And then...
Oh, my fuck. What was it? A few days ago, you were like giving me like this heart-to-heart hype thing over Facebook.
Yeah.
And part of me was like, yeah, I'm really glad that like Corey's like still super into doing this channel. And because like the amount of times he cancels, I'm wondering like, is he sick of me? Does he not want to do this anymore?
Yeah,
Am I not fulfilling him?
You filled me, baby.
Let me drink some more, and then you can fill me.
We can trade.
Yeah, but yeah, the thing that really bothers Like like half of me was like, yeah, Corey's being super cool right now, but then I'm like, now? Like I'm trying to I'm winding down right now, and like he's still hyping. Like, well, all right, buddy.
Well, that's that I can totally see, because what you guys have to understand is Ed has a much more reasonable sleep schedule than I do. Like I
let me put it this way. I used to. Now I don't.
Well, I mean,
because now I have a new job now where like I work at a restaurant and I work whatever I fucking have to. And these days it's the second shift, so now I'm leaning closer to your hours. So
still though,
that's why you were able to catch me when you did, because it was like 2 or 3 a.m.
I was gonna say you're still adjusting a little bit, whereas I have been regularly.
I still occasionally do have to come in the morning.
Yeah,
so like my job itself fucks with me in that way, because like I have to come. Like I'm usually the shift supervisor for the night shift. But then there's like every once in a while there's like catering orders, so they need me in the morning, and
yeah,
I have to come in at like 8:30 and sometimes 10.
My shift is exclusively at night.
Yeah,
like it doesn't start until 2:30 in the afternoon. So like even when Ed stays up late, that's still an early night for me. Like 3 a.m. would be an early night for me. I regularly stay up till 4 and 5 a.m. Occasionally I'll get carried away doing something. Editing videos is a big one where I'll just lose track of time, and like at 7
I know that feeling.
At like 7:30 Shannon will come in and she's like, go the fuck to bed.
Oh yeah, like
another big
I
one.
really hate myself when I realize like I had fun doing something and I lost track of time.
Same.
And next thing I know, it's literally the next day.
Exactly.
By all measures. Like it's not even like, oh, it's 12:01 a.m. Like I mean,
no, like
literally like this is
people are starting work.
People
the next
have
day.
woken up from sleeping.
Yes,
and you haven't done that yet. You haven't even started sleeping yet. Like you are that far behind the rest of the world.
But yeah, I would say it happens most often with.
Oh, you fucked up.
Yep, I did.
Ooh, you killed yourself.
I'd say
that way.
most often happens with editing videos, but it does happen on occasion. If I just really hit a mood. Like recently it's actually happened a few times. I've been kind of bad about it recently because I've been playing a lot of Sniper Elite Zombie Army Trilogy, and like people who know me know that I have a bit of what?
I think you jumped just a hair bit too much.
No, that
before it stopped like finishing going in. I think that's why I killed you.
Oh, well,
it literally looked like it shouldn't have, but
I was gonna say that was standing room. But yeah, and people who know me know that I have a bit of an obsession with World War II, particularly like I like a lot.
I don't know that. I know you have an obsession for facts in general and an appreciation for history.
Yeah,
I never knew you actually had like an obsession for World War II specifically.
I don't know that I would say specifically, just because it is very true. If it's knowledge, I'm generally obsessed with it to an extent, at least.
Well, like there's just a lot of facts with World War II, so I definitely see why you would be.
I was gonna say
into World War II.
It's a very juicy subject. I'm gonna waste my entire invincibility on this.
I'm wasting it waiting for stairs.
No, I need to bounce up back onto that because I can't jump up from here. Or maybe I can jump up from here. Nope. Yeah, I have to bounce up there and then go back off screen. There we go. Back off screen, and then that'll go back down. Nope. Got to go back off screen farther. And then I'll go back down, and then I can follow it up. Bye, Tails.
You're dead to me.
But yeah. So yeah, it's a very juicy subject. There's lots to think about, lots to understand.
And even in addition to like the genuine facts you can get from World War II, like combined with like flat earthers believing that like
all the conspiracies, that
Hitler and all the rest of the Nazi refugees found their way to the, it's not flat Earth, it's hollow Earth. Sorry.
Yeah.
Found their way to the center of the Earth. Like that's
the thought that they're all hanging out in the Arctic.
Yeah.
I love that one.
I love that one too, because honestly, let them be there.
Well, there's also a theory that
I like the idea that they're in a frozen
wasteland.
hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole idea that they're for some reason, like Hollow Earth in itself is insane to me, but the idea that somehow it appeals to Nazis baffles me. Like, why that of all things? Like,
if you're gonna latch on to something,
like to me, that's like tacitly admitting like the only way for your fantasy to be true that the father of Nazis is still alive out there.
Well, that's
is to admit that there's this absurd haven that exists just for him.
What you have to understand is the Nazis were actually based originally in the Thule Society, which was
that is a
huge
God bless
occult
you.
group.
I love that.
I told you, like I love this shit. It's so fucking crazy.
I've talked about this with people before, mostly my friend Colin, because like he's a history buff. But I say buff like as if it's a hobby. Like he's like
Doesn't
that
he have,
was
like, a
his
master's?
major. Yeah, he has a master's in Viking history. And like I feel bad for the guy because like he has this master's and he deserves to have a career in academia because like he's while he hasn't published anything on Vikings yet, he has published stuff before. Like he has published works about like, you know, and he did it like through his father, like who studies like Aztecs.
Fuck you.
Oh, that is rough.
Oh,
but yeah, like his
dude,
dad,
I can rewind it.
I'll never die, motherfucker.
I can't change it, so I still die. But wait a minute, can I? If I can, I will absolutely.
Oh
yes,
my God,
okay.
you can.
I'll still kill myself.
Did you do that on purpose?
I said I'm still going to do it because I don't want to change it. That's cheating, in my opinion.
Okay, that's fair. But like,
That was
I thought you did that by accident.
That was a totally fair
No,
death.
I will choose to believe that you made that choice in the name of fairness.
Shit.
But yeah, he definitely deserves a career in academia. But like he just can't come up with like a topic that's like hot and relevant enough. And yeah, not to make him sound like racist or anything, because he definitely isn't. But like he was griping to me, he's like, you know, about like how you know how he can't find the topic that resonates with a liberal academic society. But like all these positions that he's been applying for have been going to like women and people of color. And he can't get it because he's a white male. And I'm like,
I don't think that has anything to do with
I'm
it.
not entirely certain of that myself, but like when I listen to his pitch, like he wants to study law. Like the law that was present during the Viking society and how that influenced society at the time. And I'm like, that's a very valid study. Anyone worth their salt should realize that. But like the jobs keep going to people who like, you know, like sexism during Viking history. And I'm like, and me and him were both like, oh, I like how, and no, sorry, someone phrased it, their thesis on how were the early Vikings sexist in their hierarchy system. And like me and him just look at each other, and I'm like, I can answer that. Yes. It's not a hard question. Like academically.
Yes, but is it widely known? Like I think part of
Well, there's also nuances.
Of course
to be
there
fair, like it is like it's not like it's an invalid question because like you really like why the better question is why were they sexist? But because like that's you know what exactly what they were doing that was sexist and you know harmful to the female gender.
Well,
and
some of the stuff was, some of it wasn't. They had a very different view on gender than we do. So to say yes or no,
well, again, like you're answering the question rather than asking the question. But
well, I mean, at the same time, the question he might need to ask himself is like, are the laws of the Vikings like well documented and already well studied? The other people might be getting these jobs because the universities think these are new topics.
That's fair. But honestly, it's like, in terms of like what I think is, common knowledge about Vikings, that isn't. Like that. I did a little bit of study on that subject.
There's not a whole lot of common knowledge about the Vikings.
So right,
it's not something that's I would say is a popular study.
Mm-hmm. Well, like here's the thing, like I did like some medieval, like a few medieval studies in my college career, and in one of those classes, it was done by somebody with such a specialty. And so, like he made because that was his specialty, he made it a point to, let everyone know what the Vikings were doing during this time, and which was fine because we're still studying the same time period. And by the way, your 30 minutes are up.
Okay. Okay. So, do you want me to end the level or stop it here?
Go ahead and try to finish the level.
Okay.
Like, if I die, I don't think it's fair to like cut somebody off like 30 minutes just because it's 30 minutes and they're mid-level. See if you can beat the level, like.
But either way, this will be it.
Yeah, this is it.
This is Corey's attempt.
But yeah, none of the shit about their laws at the time really came up. And how they affected Viking society. So I feel like his question is still very valid.
Oh no, it's a valid question.
I feel like he should somewhere be able to like get the funding.
Well, I'm sure he can somewhere. The question is,
well, that's the thing. He can't. He's applied everywhere.
There's an endless number of universities. He also doesn't.
No, there isn't. That's inherently wrong. The people who would be asking that the most are in Scandinavia, and he's been applying mostly there, and he didn't get the job.
Well, yeah, probably because they prefer to hire people who speak Scandinavian.
Well, he can.
Oh, that's cool.
That was part of his master's.
That's pretty sweet. Whoa.
Yeah, again, like he didn't do 4 years in like a history major. He did that plus more.
Well, I mean, obviously he didn't do 4 years. He has a master's.
Yeah. Well, just make it. Yeah, I was just making clear that's what a master's means. So yeah, I definitely feel bad for him for that. But like, to be fair, like the other people are asking pretty good questions too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have that element of they ring with like a certain a modern social relevance. But
well, I mean, it's also modern colleges, so
yeah. No, I didn't think he was going to a college in the past, but no, like that's like part of the griping was like it's modern liberalism, and I'm like,
no.
I know there's definitely I think there's a certain fairness in my opinion to why like modern social issues that are relevant
taking precedence.
Yeah.
Like,
but like I definitely feel his frustration that just because he doesn't fall in line with all the modern hot topics that he couldn't get a job because like that's like
it's not because people are liberal, it's because that's not what people want to learn about.
Right.
And that sucks, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
See, for me, like
it's a supply and demand kind of thing for academia.
Here, I'm gonna just let this play in the background because the music's amazing. But
Casino. I love it.
It's
I remember loving this because I played this game a lot with my cousins.
Mm-hmm.
So like at this particular level, I was like,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But for me, like if you can't get a job and you're frustrated, I totally understand that. I've been there. It sucks, especially because it's scary as shit to not have money in today's world.
But like again, I don't want to make it sound like that my friend is like blaming these other people because like he made it clear it's like I understand like they're talented. I've worked with them before. They know what they're talking about. But like,
well, see, this
is what's beating me right now, and I'm mad.
I was gonna say that's where I sort of fall off the wagon is as soon as it starts becoming someone else's problem. When it's I didn't get this job because this person.
No, he's definitely he's blaming the people who are hiring. Not like he wants the job. He's clearly qualified for it, and I'm like I definitely feel the frustration. But like I gave I kind of gave him that eye too, and he's like, and like he just to me is like, no, like I've worked with them, like I know these people. That's why I know they got the job. It's like I'm not like they're very smart and intellectual people, and I'm like, all right.
All right,
This is just you bitching about you not getting the job you wanted.
We do have to cut this short because the people are watching nothing.
What?
Bye, everybody. Thank you very much for watching.
No. They're watching him tap his foot in frustration like they are.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
And Tails is yawning like they are. Like they can relate to that. That's good, right?
Hit the little notification button so you can tell when
Why are you cutting me off?
so you can tell when
Trying to end this video.
when we post videos. And we'll catch you tomorrow with Ed's run of Sonic Adventure. Sonic 2.
Just Sonic. Like you didn't even have to correct yourself. You just had to stop.
Whatever. Bye, everybody.